If you've ever been on Stan Twitter, like ever, you will know that pop culture news accounts like Popbase and Popcrave hold a lot of power. Because hidden below each tweet after you manage to sift through the dull layer of blue check bots courtesy of post Elon X, you reach the battlegrounds of Stan Twitter. From dissecting the word choices of these pop account tweets, to claiming that another pop artist couldn't do what the original tweet details, these pop culture news accounts are often viewed by stans as an opportunity for promotion that also possess the ability to create good or bad stan Twitter press with what news they choose to share about their fave. But what happens when one of these stan Twitter adjacent pop news accounts shares a peculiar tweet about an artist that stan Twitter and most regular people haven't even heard of? Here's the story of Julie Ragbeer. That time stan Twitter helped an aspiring pop star and made her go viral. On the 22nd of February 2024, the Twitter account Pop Tings shared a tweet, a likely thing for them to be doing. For those uninitiated, Pop Tings is a pop culture news Twitter account similar to Popbase and Popcrave, but slightly smaller in scale and slightly messier in its operations. Over the years, the account has amassed over 150,000 followers from posting news and updates about famous people, predominantly pop stars. This Pop Tings tweet read, "At Julie Ragbeer reminisces with her 19-year-old experiences in her new debut album." Now, for all the millennials watching, no, you aren't so old that you can no longer recognise who the kids are listening to these days, because at the time when this tweet was made, the vast majority of people reading it did not know who Julie Ragbeer was. Around the time this tweet was made, the artist, Julie Ragbeer, had around 600 monthly listeners on Spotify, and her Twitter account, which the Pop Tings tweet had tagged, had less than 50 followers. And as Pop Tings mainly posted about celebrities like Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Justin Bieber, thought I'd throw a man in there for a change, the Pop Tings tweet about Julie Ragbeer stood out and caught the eye of stan Twitter. Following the unusual Pop Tings tweet, stans expressed their confusion as to who Julie Ragbeer was, and some followers began to speculate that the account had been hacked, while others theorised that Julie Ragbeer was one of the owners of Pop Tings and was promoting their music on the account. However, the most common theory was that Pop Tings had been paid to post the tweet in order to promote Julie Ragbeer's music, more on that later, with some jokingly referring to it as payola. The Pop Tings tweet quickly gained popularity as people just found the whole situation a little bizarre, really. Personally, I think part of the reason why the tweet tickled stan Twitter so much is because of its phrasing. Rather than saying something like, "Up-and-coming artist Julie Ragbeer has released her debut album Perplex," the tweet, with its 19-year-old experiences talk, seems to be written with the assumption that the reader knows who Julie Ragbeer is, which, at the time, most people reading the tweet did not. This description is taking me out, I'm sorry. And as some stans found the tweet so amusing, they actually started to stan Julie Ragbeer. Kind of. Stan Twitter users began quote retweeting the Pop Tings tweet because the replies on the tweet were limited, and tweeted the quintessential Stan Twitter responses, which are usually reserved for tweets about bigger artists. Things like, "Ended Onika, ended Ariana," "Taylor, what are you doing on the floor?" "The real Midnights," and "Enough time has passed," "Julie Ragbeer's Perplex, greater than Katy Perry's Teenage Dream." As these tweets flooded in, some stans started to refer to Julie as the Queen of Pop, and attributed the lack of notoriety of the album to the fact it wasn't for the charts, referencing this Saucy Santana video.
"It was a surprise release with no promo. It was only on Apple Music the first day. It just went up on Spotify 9 days ago. We don't care about the streams."
Stan Twitter was beginning to form an almost ironic fandom for Julie Ragbeer based off of this tweet, where stans were satirising their own typical Stan Twitter behaviour and applying it to Julie Ragbeer. Chart update accounts were made, the fandom was named, the Ragdolls, and the usual video edits began to be created. Julie Ragbeer was now Stan Twitter famous. And stans continued to share tweets about Julie separate from the Pop Tings tweet and its quote tweet replies. "Me searching for a flop song from Julie Ragbeer." Pitchfork gives Perplex by Julie Ragbeer a standout score of 9.0. Who is this generation's Joni Mitchell? Queen Julie Ragbeer, obviously. But who actually was this Julie Ragbeer? Well, Julie Ragbeer is a 24-year-old singer-songwriter from New Jersey who, in February 2019, shared her original song titled Trespasser to her YouTube channel, which had previously just consisted of covers. Around 2 weeks later, on the 14th of February 2019, Julie released another song on YouTube, Spotify and Apple Music titled Rejected. The song was a synth-pop original track, which was the first single from Julie's EP, You Were Never Mine, which was released in November 2021. Julie Ragbeer went on to release another EP in 2022 titled My Father, before then, on the 3rd of July 2023, releasing her debut album Perplex, in which she reminisces about her 19-year-old experiences, as the now viral Poptings tweet explained. With Julie becoming increasingly well known on Stan Twitter, as many continue to ironically tweet about her and her music, some stans actually began to listen to the music and were shocked to find out that Julie Ragbeer's music was actually kind of good. Why she ate that a little bit. I'm listening to Julie Ragbeer's album and I'm actually mad because why is it kinda good? Like the beats have me moving. Mary Whitten Calkins is a hit, for sure. Like I'm kinda gagged, I won't lie. Julie ate down hard with this chorus, OMFG.
I just got rejected.
And I'm no music critic myself, although I am over on Patreon, just in case anyone is interested. But in my opinion, Julie Ragbeer as an artist has so much potential. Her albums and songs have solid concepts, and honestly, I can see the vision. And some other stans could see the potential in Julie's music as well. Somebody get this girl a proper mic, a better studio, and a program other than GarageBand, and she's going to be an indie darling for the ages. I feel like she's got serious potential to become a pop girly. No, seriously, the album isn't that bad. She just needs a producer and vocal lessons and vocal manipulation and maybe a songwriter, but it's not worse than Kim Petras. Did you forget we were talking about Stan Twitter for a second? And one tweet that criticised those that were discrediting Julie Ragbeer due to the limits of the production of her music and then called Julie a queen went on to gain over 20,000 likes. The Julie Ragbeer tracks that garnered the most attention from stans were Mary Whitten Calkins, an ode to the American psychologist of the same name, Rejected, a song about getting rejected, and my personal favourite of Julie's songs, as well as a song titled Fight Against Your Fleshy Lusts. Following this newfound popularity and her new Stan Twitter following, Julie tweeted, Perplex was about a journey of a 19-year-old girl who was naive and oblivious to things. Remember, what goes up must go down. And presumably after seeing the both ironic and unironic reactions to her music, on the 25th of February 2024, 3 days after Popting's tweet, Julie Ragbeer tweeted the following: focusing on the light you give me, forgetting the hate and always knowing there's room to improve. Julie then began responding to tweets of people that were sharing love toward her and her music, as well as those that offered her well wishes for the future of her artistry. And as Julie Ragbeer and her music became well known on Stan Twitter, Julie Ragbeer began to reach more and more people, including those not on Stan Twitter, with several tweets about Julie gaining tens of thousands of views. Julie Ragbeer also began to be joined with other viral Twitter hot topics and memes that were big on Twitter at the time. Me at the 97-year-old Willy Wonka immersive chocolate experience in Glasgow, where Oompa Loompas still serve pussy in bio the old-fashioned way, but they start playing Julie Ragbeer. And this tweet gained over 110,000 likes. Julie Ragbeer was viral. YouTube reaction videos were made to Julie's music, and one drag queen became the first ever drag queen to perform to a Julie Ragbeer song. And because of this virality, it wasn't long before Julie soon began to gain some celebrity attention. When Rebecca Black tweeted jokingly about having Julie Ragbeer on a bonus track on her new album called The 97-Year-Old Diner Who Still Serves Coke the Old-Fashioned Way. Clearly a joke album, but then a few hours later, Rebecca went on to quote retweet the tweet that criticised those discrediting Julie and said, Julie Ragbeer, Addison Rae. I'm so serious, girls, get in my car, bitch. let's go. And then, in an interview with Julie Ragbeer published by the Music Times 3 days after the Rebecca Black interaction, when asked about a future collaboration between the pair, Julie said, "I am always open to different collaborations, but did she reach out to me? Who knows, it's a secret for now." And although it is still yet to be seen if we may have a Rebecca Black x Julie Ragbeer collab coming soon, Julie did several other interviews over the days following her virality and revealed some interesting behind the scenes information about the original Pop Tings tweet that had made her a stan Twitter darling. In an interview with KnowYourMeme.com on the 28th of February, Julie revealed that she had in fact paid for the Pop Tings promo tweet. She said, "Yes, they were paid. I'm not afraid to admit that. It's like, how are you supposed to ever get your work noticed if you don't promote it? Everyone has to promote something, even the big stars today." And although it is unknown exactly how much Julie paid for such a promotion, in a Yahoo News article about the Julie Ragbeer topic, Pop Tings themselves told Yahoo they usually charge anywhere from $100 to $500 for a promotional tweet. However, this Pop Tings tweet that we now know and love wasn't actually Julie's first stan Twitter promotional tweet, as back in February of 2019, Popcrave, another pop culture Twitter news account, had shared a tweet about her song Rejected. I've removed the first name from this tweet as this was the old name that Julie previously went by when sharing her music, and I am unsure whether she wants this name shared. The seemingly now deleted Popcrave tweet read, "Singer Ragbeer doesn't let rejection bring her down this Valentine's Day on her glitzy new song Rejected." This tweet, unlike the Pop Tings tweet, didn't gain much, if any, attention back in 2019, and if it was a paid promotion, the amount paid for this tweet is also unknown. And as with anyone who becomes an overnight Twitter icon, you can never be sure how long the popularity wave will last. And it seems that Julie is not only well aware of this, but is still grateful for any time she has as stan Twitter's current queen of pop. Even if this is just 15 minutes of fame, thank you. And it appears that Julie Ragbeer is striking while the iron is hot, as she should, having launched merchandise for the Ragdolls, a cameo page for personalised videos, and even released a new EP on the 22nd of March 2024 titled New Beginnings. And following the release of her new EP, things for Julie Ragbeer came full circle when Pop Tings once again tweeted about the release. At Julie Ragbeer goes through major depression and hardships at 20 in her new EP, which, side note, I hope Julie didn't have to pay Pop Tings again for them to post this tweet. At this point, Pop Tings should probably be paying Julie. And looking back at the original Pop Tings tweet that kickstarted the Julie Ragbeer stan Twitter frenzy, having gained over 11 million views itself and caused Julie's streams to increase by almost 50,000%, the biggest streaming week of her career so far, and with her Spotify page now having 63,000 monthly listeners, as one Twitter user put it, the Pop Tings Julie Ragbeer tweet is probably the most successful Twitter ad like ever. Special thanks to Julie Ragbeer herself for giving her blessing for me to make this video. I'll leave the links to her Twitter and music in the description. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this one in the future. Also, consider checking out my second channel if you haven't already.